Hey, Facebook, YouTube, thanks a lot for joining in. Today is a show, as you know, every Sunday I do Face2Face with Deek, where different people around the world have an opportunity to come face to face with me and discuss anything or any topic. So the guest today I have with me right now is Inthu Nataraj. She's from Tamil Nadu, a motivational speaker. So she has her own plan of doing this show. I have no idea what she's going to do. So she has her own thing to go. As you know, I leave the hosting of the show completely to the other person. I don't involve in the hosting as long as the objective of the show is positive and objective of the show is interesting, right? So Instagram guys, if you want to see Inthu, come down to Facebook or YouTube. You know my channel at the rate of Deek Parassini. Have a look at it. She's there, right? So let me welcome her. Inthu, feel free to introduce yourself, what you do and why you're doing this, and we can take it from there.
Hi, good evening. In India, it's good evening and hi to everyone present here. I'm Inthu Natarajan. I'm a motivational speaker. And today, I am glad to meet you all in my show, Inthu's No Horizon. So here, I'm very glad to have a person who has completed his BSc in USA, an MBA in India, and MSc in UK. He is not a person, such educational oriented. He is a person who inspires everyone by saying a name positivity. That is a main word which attracted me and which inspired me too. And the main thing which everyone right now is seeking for is a smile and a positive word from anyone, maybe in a family or maybe in wherever the person we need to. We expect for positivity. And here, I am glad to have a person with such a positive spirit to join me here. And I'm very honored to be here. And today, I promise you, I'm going to take a show with a very good interactive session. So I'm happy being here, sir. And I welcome you to the show, Inthu's No Horizon, sir.
Happened. Oh, I was muted. I didn't know that. Okay, so Priyanka, what I will do is right now it's an exclusive show with Inthu. So I really don't know what happened to her. She just blocked out of this show. I really don't know what's the reason. But anyways, yeah, my mic is muted. I understood that, Mahalakshmi. Thanks a lot for that. Yeah, Inthu, what happened?
Sorry.
Now you can hear me? Oops, she's gone again. This is cool. So guys, you know, this see, it happens. You never know. Whenever you do any show, there will be some issues. You just have to face it accordingly. Thanks a lot, Mahalakshmi, for the feedback. I muted my mic. So I think there is some kind of a technical defect. So we will figure it out. Yeah, all good?
Yeah, sir, perfect. I was connecting with Bluetooth audio and it just made me to mess up. Actually, I'm sorry for the interruption, sir.
No issues. This all happens. I have been in situations where literally when I'm talking, the mic just shuts down and I have to speak without the mic. So this is all very small things, right? So go ahead, shoot.
Yeah.
And you can now hand over the show to Inthu and let her do it whichever way she wants to do it, right?
Yeah, sir.
Go ahead.
1 minute, sir. I'm not able to see you. And is that
You're
okay again? Yes, I'm not able to see you.
Okay, then you can just log out and log in.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. So guys, just give us a couple of minutes. There's some technical default. See, this all happens. Whenever you do some shows, there will be issues. There will be problems. You just have to work it out. It was tested and everything was fine. But on the final day of the show, there will be some issues or the other. You just have to smile it and move on with it. Man, I just love the background. It is so very nice. I need to pick nature. Now you can see me?
Yeah, sir. Perfect, sir. Good to go, sir.
Okay, great. Go ahead. Now
Thank
the show
you,
is yours.
Yeah, sir. So today we are going to discuss about 3 P's. Actually, first one is parents, Second is passion. Third is a profession and personalism.
Oh, three P's. Interesting.
Yes.
The most important thing also. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Go ahead.
Yeah, sir. So first one, let me start with the parents. Right now, you just take me as an example. I'm a teenager. If I am not employed or if I'm not having a job, my parents are not going to show the anger on me. Yes.
Okay.
But they have a feel that my child is not yet settled. So we also have the guilt feel that we are not settled. We are also making the parents inconvenient. So how can I convince the feeling for them?
See, I'm trying to re-understand your question. So you're saying that parents will not be angry with you because you don't have a job, or you have a job?
I am unemployed, but my
You're
parents will
unemployed.
not show.
Why is that? So, see, the thing is, see, my point of view, there is many mistakes which parents do in their life, right? Which kind of due to which children also get misdirected. Children also have a hard time because of these reasons. So what I tell people or students or parents, that one thing is that when there is something wrong happening, please make sure you correct the child. It's not that it's my only daughter, it's my only son, and I have to give all the attention to that son. If I say something against them, they will feel bad, they might go do something wrong. And all these fear most of the parents tend to build up, due to which on a longer run, they actually miss out a lot of things, or when they really face the real world, they're not willing to face it. So if a kid is unemployed, the first question parents is ask is, what's wrong? Not show the sympathy, not what is wrong? Why are you not getting employed? Is it your education issue? Are you not going through the interview well? Are you not working out? From that point, so the discussion should be more revolved around that rather than being sympathized, because sympathy comes, children will say, as long as I don't have a job, I'll get all the sympathy from my parents. So basically what's happening there is you're getting misused in the process. Basically what's happening is that it is working against you, so that you don't become a good human being. Right? So parents, when the kids are doing wrong, please step up and say that you're doing wrong. Right now, I have talked to many youth, I've talked to teachers, I've talked to many set of age groups. The teacher's simple complaint right now is parents tend to support their children when even they're making a mistake. Yes. Right? And that has to stop, because if it's a mistake, it's a mistake. Now, for example, you would have noticed, right? Since you're in parenting, I'm just giving you some clues as to how parents are unknowingly making mistakes. For example, you have noticed in India, when you drive a car or a bike, someone makes a mistake or someone crosses you, whoever makes the mistake directly shouts at the other person. He knows he's wrong, yes, but still he will blame the other person. You know, yes, why does that actually happen? It starts from very, very childhood. Inthu, let me ask you a personal question. When you were a child, when you hit against a chair or a table, what does your mother do? Your mother takes your support and starts, table hit you, hit the table back. Does that happen to you?
Yes. Mother did to you? Yes. Yeah. So obviously.
So what happens there is the child consciously knows that the child has made a mistake. So there the mother is teaching the child, hit the mistake, hit the people, the wall. It's not the mistake of the chair, it's not the mistake of the table, it's not the mistake of the wall. But mother is indirectly teaching the child that even though if you make a mistake, go and hit the other party for doing it for you. So consciously you're building this into your child's head that even though if you made any error, even though if you made any mistake, blame it onto the outsiders first, because my son is always correct. My daughter is always correct. So this is the problem which I have seen, which on a longer run is building up and working against the whole society, right? So parents, now more about parents, since you have picked the topic of parents, I always say one thing. the most powerful and the most superior and the most divine relationship is a husband and wife's relationship. People tend to say mother comes first, second comes father. There is this Indian tradition which says Mata Pita Guru Deva, right? I completely agree to that principle. But then on top of all that, you have husband and wife staying together.
Yes.
So first for any human being, before marriage, you can say is Mata Pita Guru Deva. But after marriage, it is your spouse first and then Mata Pita Guru Deva. Right? Okay. Which very people don't realize it and they take it on. And the most jokes are always done on couples. I don't know why. The most gossips are always done about husband or wife.
Yes.
I don't know why. That's the most divine relationship, and people play around with their relationship at such a bad level that on a longer run, it doesn't work well for the society. On a longer run, it doesn't work well for the children, and on a longer run, it basically falls that family relationships issues also. Right? Did I answer your question? I'm just talking about something else, what I want to talk.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Actually,
yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah, I got the answers. And second one, what I want to ask is the distance between the parents and the children. Not like isolation. Now we have the electronic gadgets, we have the mobile phones, and we also do work from home. And whatever we do, though you are in home or you are outside of the home, no matter, we have this bonding. We just got a gap in the bonding.
Yeah.
So what can be some tricks or things to be like fulfilling the bonding with the parents?
Okay, so basically, I think Inthu, you're talking about the generation gap and the involvement of electronics or mobiles into people's life, which is actually bringing the gap. Generation gap is a word which has been invented by people just because both parties don't want to improve. For example, parents don't want to update themselves on mobiles and social media. Children don't want to understand the Indian culture or family culture. They have this new the celebrity culture which they're trying to copy, which is actually offbeated from most of the Indian cultures which is being taught. So what's happening is that people are bringing these gaps. People are bringing this and then the gaps are mainly done by corporates, because the more gaps you create, the more they can sell, right? So it is more about, like I always say, pink and blue. Why does a girl always have to have pink and a boy always have to have blue? Why can't a boy wear a pink shirt? I wear a pink shirt. I have a pink suit. Right? So the corporates are trying to separate the people. Corporates are trying to separate that family as much as they can. Now, if you look at the ads, previously it was joint family ads. Then it became couple ads. Now you have children's in the ads influencing, Mama, have this hair dye. So basically children's are being also influenced in the ads. So what is happening is that as long as the values are not transferred properly to the child, as long as the child, because once you transfer the right values, they will also respect the values which the parents have. So the gap won't be created unnecessarily. That is point number one. Second thing, what happens here is parents are so busy that they don't have time to transfer these values. The father is taking a loan for the child's education and not telling the child that they have sent to this college by taking loan. The parents keep quiet. Children want a new phone, and you go after the new phone, and the child will come back to the father. Father, I want a new phone. He's on loan. That's not being told. So basically, it is not generation gap. It is a communication gap which is being created between both parties by not exchanging what is the father's story or not exchanging what is the children's story. Around the dining table, what is the biggest conversation? It's always world news. No one talks about mother's news. No one talks about father's news. No one talks about the children's news. Have a look at it. You look into your home on the dining table. What's the topic of discussion? It's always the world news or the neighbor's news, or look at the other child, look at that. Did anyone ask, Mama, how's your life at home? How's your working life? Papa, how's your working life? You start having that conversation. I'm telling you that gap will slowly step outside. Now, the other thing about mobile phones, how mobile phones is bringing gaps. Yeah, I have seen in my surroundings, if you're in the hospital, if you're in the places where kids have to be kept quiet, most of the parents hand over a mobile to the children.
Yes.
They just hand over the phone. So when you're handing over the phone, what you don't understand here is automatically the children are being used at a very early age using a mobile or using whatever it is. So at day one itself, that gap is being created by the mother and father, because mother can't run after the child. Father can't chase the child, because when the kids go to explore, they are going to explore and they're going to run in the hospital. They're going to run around in the most serious part. You are not leaving the run out. So hold it, take this phone, look at the phone, I am free. So people want this freedom from the child, and because of the freedom what they want, they are building it up from that point, and then again it is working against them. Right? So there's many factors as to how this gap is being created, because you don't understand that how at a very young age children are being introduced to phones. Right? So if that is not managed well, it's not that I have a child which is 3-year-old. From the first 2 years, he was never given phone. I've seen even 1-year-old being, they have this pram, and the pram has an attached laptop and or mobile or whatever it is, and the kids are being exposed to it. Right? So what you have to understand is how you introduce the child, and that how the child is going to grow. And then you will ask me the question, why is a child attracted to PUBG or attracted to some Facebook, attract social media? Yeah, at the age of 1 and 2, you're giving them phone and social media stuff. How can the child give away from it?
Right, sir, right.
Most of the parents are watching TV now. I have seen with my own eyes, mother is watching a horror show and a kid is sitting there and watching the horror show at the age of 3. Right? What do you think is going to go through the kid's mind? What do you think is what the kid is going to take into the system? Mother have to see the serial. No. If I miss the serial, it is like I can't gossip with the other ladies, so I have to watch the serial. But even kids are being exposed. So that's why nowadays, if you see serials, even kids are there in the serials. Kids have a big role in some of the serials. Why? The kid will relate to that kid, and the kid will start getting it. So the kid learns revenging at a very early age. At still 18 years, kids only know about love. They don't know anything more than love. But then what happens is at a very early age, you tell them revenge, you tell them cheating, you tell them how to tell a lie. Now, for example, parents again. I'm not blaming parents again. It is how they're unknowingly getting to it. They will say that, beta, you should never tell lies. Right? Most of the parents say that you should always tell the truth. But my simple question is, you are at home and your uncle and auntie is giving a call. How many times did you tell your child to tell that uncle and auntie, I'm not home? Many times. So you are teaching kids somewhere around how to tell a lie, and there afterwards you expect that kid to stay with the truth. It's not going to happen. Right? So these gaps are all created by parents itself, and somewhere around that value transfer is not happening. Since the value transfer is not happening, you are asking for trouble. I hope I've cleared all your questions with regards to parenting and the issue with it.
Whatever I have in my list, everything you conveyed, but I am asking some spontaneous questions. No matter, sir. Actually, when I was a kid, when I ask something, my parents will strictly say, you're not supposed to get that. Or I'm not supposed to buy and give you that. No. But presently, we don't have such a strictness with the bonding of parent and child. If a child is asking something, they kneel and they buy in. And too much of care and too much of affection is too much. If you see only, they will understand. Like going and pampering, begging, all these things are happening right now. Is this a good sign of growth of parenting?
It's not a good sign, because I will tell you why that happens. Why that is happening is that what is happening to parents is that it is moved to a nuclear family. So that is point number 1. Both mothers and fathers are generally working. That is point number 2. So generally, parents don't have enough time to spend quality time with their children. They are making money. So the only thing which they can do is to exchange their time with money. So to make it easy, I'll tell you something. You go outside. So in future, you're going to be a mother, right? You go outside, your child is crying. What do? Parents are going to run because what people are going to think? What people are going to think? My baby's crying. What people are going to think? Get a chocolate. Chocolate is not good for health. Oh, get a chocolate. Get a candy filled with all the artificial flavors. You give the candy to shut the kid out. So what the kid is learning there? If I want a candy, make some noise.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
So basically what we are doing here is one thing which kids don't understand or parents don't understand is the day your true parent is when you are completely relaxed when your baby cries in public. If you want to know what's true parenting, that is true parenting, and talking to him, relaxing him up, making him understand that this chocolate is not good for you, training him in such a way, even though he cries, he shouldn't feel that crying is the way to get stuff.
Perfect.
But who has the time? The problem is the time is the problem. Who has the time to sit down with a child? Baby, why are you crying? Is there any problem? Are you hungry? Most of the kids at a very early age only cries for two things: sleep or food.
Yep.
They're cranky for sleep or food. But to cover that crankiness, you tend to give him a chocolate. You tend to give him everything what he asks for because you have money. So the other point is kids is not learning the value of money also. Indirectly, the kid feels that my dad is a bank account. Ask my dad for bank account, give the money will come, I will get what I want.
Yes.
So I'm not blaming, I'm just saying a point of view, what I've observed, what I'm seeing the world going towards to, which could actually work against the whole society at the end. And then after marriage, when the husband doesn't give it, holy cow, divorce. How is that possible? My mother has been giving me every chocolate which I asked for. Now this new guy comes into my life and he's not giving me one single chocolate, but he's giving, a sweet candy. No, I want chocolate only. Because whenever I asked for chocolate, I got chocolate. The guy is saying, don't go for chocolate, have a fruit juice. It is much more better. No, I want chocolate. You are not understanding me. You are not feeling my feelings. Oh, we are not made for each other. Oh, there the discussion goes and goes on and on and on. And then people try to justify it and goes on. Oh. So I hope I've answered that question.
Yes, sir. Yes. So from your point of view, can you just say me some 5 points which a proper parenting is?
See, my experience is only 3 years. The other experience is I have 35 years of my own mother's experience. So these are the 2 experiences we say. So I always tell my mom, I know you more than you know me. Right? You know how? 9 months I'm with her in her stomach. And after that, whatever time you show. So I'm always ahead of her 9 months more, right? So that's why I told her, I know you more. I know you from inside and outside, right? You only know me from outside, right? So that's the joke I always tell my mom. But then at the end of the day, 5 points, if I would say, is that give time for your children. I know 2 days ago, I talked with a girl who says that both my parents are working and I'm feeling alone. What am I supposed to do? Right? So give time. That is first point number 1. Second thing is, whenever your children is having an experience of a third party other than you and your husband, be alert. Because if you're not alert, there are chances that those third party can turn your child against you. Because if you don't teach the right values to your children, others are going to teach the wrong values to your children. So that is second point. I know many kids who gets harassed by their uncles or aunties or whatever it goes on, right? So that is the second point. The third point I would say about good parenting is, what is this good parenting? One is time. One is be careful, alert. You have to stand with the truth if it's your child or not. If he made a mistake, make sure you punish him or make sure you discipline him in whichever way it is. Right? And the fourth point would be when there is an issue, your mother and a father both should not shout at a child. One person shout, one person calmly make the kid understand why the shouting is happening. Right?
Okay,
Because
sir.
I've seen sometimes both the parents, hey, you did it wrong, both sides will get. No, one person shout, the other person calmly listen to them, tell them, see, your father is saying this because of this. See, your mother is saying this because of this. So that's the fourth point. And third point is, guys, don't hand over your responsibilities to other people, because most of the parents I've seen, when the kid is born, they hand over to the grandmother, their own mother or a grandfather. After that, they find a maid to take care of them. After that, they find the teachers to hand it over them to school, and they take care of them. And if you can't manage them their evening times, you put them for tuitions in the evening, so the tuition teachers manages them. I'll tell parenting one thing: if you are in that attitude, when you are old, your kid will find a maid, your kid will find an old age home, your kid will find someone else to hand over you to. Many parents complain to me this: nowadays children don't give us time. When you were a child, did you give that time which they wanted? If you have given, they would give you back the same time. But then if you haven't given, that is a question you got to ask yourself. So anything what you overdo, which is over love, over care, over attention, everything what you do over as a parent obviously works against you, because you have done over. As a saying goes, which I always say, whatever you do over, God or universe won't credit you for that. Learn to love, learn to care, learn to shout, learn to discipline your child. Not over love, over shout, over anger, over care. And when you do something over, there is a consequences which is going to come back to you on a longer run. So these are just 5 points I would actually give to parents, and from there I think they can get into the first step of parenting.
Yes, sir. Perfect. So the first sequence of first P, parenting, is over. So we'll quickly go to activity session. So activity session actually includes the experience only, which is a bit fun oriented. So think on your first sequences of public speaking, in your starting stages for public speaking and all your influencing all the areas, you would find something fun on the stage where others would have not noticed, but you would have noticed. You would have kept that as so personalized. Is there anything like that?
See, the thing is, most of my talks are impromptu, right? So there are many times I know I make mistakes. Like my wife actually picks many of these things, right? So, but what happens is even though I start wrong, maybe make most of the mistakes I do, sometimes I don't clearly understand the question. So what I will do is I will revolve around the things which is related to it, and then I will talk as much as I can. Like I think your first question, what I did was I didn't actually clearly understand the question. So I just talk on a general perspective of what those points are, and then get a feedback if I've actually answered to that or not. So when you have questions coming in, I'm not a motivational speaker, point number one. I'm not a person who gives prepared speeches. I'm a pure person who goes impromptu. The question you ask me, I'm going to reply to it. So initial stages, I had troubles facing that. It was not that much of a fun. It's just that you didn't understand the question, right? And you're just talking about an understanding question. But it goes on and goes on. And when I go back asking the person, oh, did I answer the question? But my wife always tells me, whatever question people give you, at the end of the day, you'll reach the answer somehow. So she has no worries about it. Now, the other fun part, basically, I have a lot of fun with my wife, right, in all my shows. So basically, the other thing is, she always asks me this question: how are you answering everyone's question? She has no idea about it, right? So I said, don't worry, people will only ask me what I can answer. Right. So I have no issues with that. Right. So that's how it's gone. And in terms of funny stuffs, yes, sometimes I forget. Like I talk, I completely forget the question. right? Then I'd stop in a while. Yeah, what was your question? I actually forgot. I sometimes offbeat myself, but then I just take it as a joke, right? For me, if people make fun of me in my session, I enjoy it. I never took anything seriously, right? I always, whoever I talk to, I always saw them as my friend. So when I see them as my friend, I obviously just go on straightforward. You make fun of me. In my shows, I people say, you guys can make fun of me, you can make joke of me, you can cross-question me, you can crack a joke. It doesn't matter. I'm going to laugh with you. Don't give me respect. That's what I tell people. See me as a friend, see me as a brother, and take it from there, right? So that's what I would do.
That's a great attitude, sir. This is a very real attitude where it's very unique in you, I think.
All thanks to God for that, right? Because I have literally, like, for example, I'll give you another example of my personal example. I had, when I was giving a show, right? When I was doing a show, the teachers had to go suddenly somewhere. So it was a classroom of about 150 students, all sitting together. One guy at the back started whistling, right? So now, what do generally people do? The other person can get angry. So what I did is, like, the other kids who were really focused and listening to my talk said, like, why this guy is making this whistling? Why this guy is, I can see it on their face. So what I told them is, guys, let him whistle. Somewhere around he wants your attention. Because you're giving this attention, that is why he's doing it. Let him whistle once. Stop reacting. So I started talking. He whistles again. People react. I said, like, see, you're reacting. That is why he's whistling. Stop reacting. Stop. So the next time he whistles, no one reacted. After that,
He automatically stopped.
From his side. So you completely control your audience if you know how to manage each of the audience, and you work it from there, right?
Perfect, sir. Perfect. So
Yeah.
I'll go for the next. That is
Segment.
passion. Next segment,
Yeah.
that is passion. So my first question related to passion is only getting a degree value in a society, not your talents?
So, education versus talent. Just 2 days ago, I actually published my podcast with regards to that, education versus talent. See, I'll tell you something. Some people are born with a certain talent. That is point number one. Some people work hard and create the talent. And some people gets blessed by a certain high level people and they get the talent. So there's 3 ways how a talent or a skill can be achieved. Okay. So the first point is, even though if you're born with the talent, if you don't polish your talent, and if you don't utilize the talent in the right way or the right sense, it's useless. The third thing is, if you really work hard on your talent and make the talent, and if you don't expose yourself in a certain way or a certain level, that is useless. Now, the third one, you get blessed with whatever it is. Generally, when you're getting blessings for the talent, it is a different ball game. Automatically, you will be purposed and you will go after it, right? But the point here is that at the end of the day, to skill your talent, to improve your talent, there is a certain level of education you need to have. There is a certain level of education you need to make. Because if those educations are not done correctly, generally what can happen is it doesn't work or support your talent. Now, a degree person who's doing music, which is his interest, has a different level. An MBA or a master person who's doing singing has a different level of thinking. An engineer has a different level of thinking. An MSc has a different level of thinking. And a 10th grade or 11th grade have a different level of thinking. Don't think that I am studying engineering to be an engineer. You are studying engineer to have that engineering mindset. And when you have the engineering mindset, your music also plays differently. Right? Now, blessed talent has nothing to do with education. So forget that side of the thing, right? But all the other things, you need to educate yourself in something. Let it be music, let it be. Without education, you can't grow. Because what is education at the end of the day? asking questions to a certain level of understanding and grasping it and making it yours. That is a simple meaning of education. You're asking a question, you're getting an answer. That is education. Every textbook gives you a question and an answer. That is education. And sometimes, even if you're looking for music as talent, obviously music, you have to educate about music. Without education of music, you can't just get into singing. And many people talk about passion, which you talked about the main core of the topic. I'll give you the definition of my meaning of passion. Passion is something you're going to do in your life for the rest of your life because you love doing it, regardless if you get paid or if you don't get paid. That is passion. If you're looking for paid, you're moving passion to profession. That is a different thing. But at the end of the day, the concept, what you have to understand here is you need to do. See, for example, what's my passion? It is spreading positivity. It's a different thing in my life. I'm never ever going to charge money for what I'm doing. 10 years afterwards, if you ask me for a session, my session is going to be completely free. Till I die, it'll be free. That's the word and the promise which I've given to the world, because that is my true passion. Now, some people can relate to purpose. That is much more bigger than passion, but passion is at a human level. Purpose, it's more of a spiritual level, or, or the universal level kind of approach at the end. So if you define about passion, this is what it is. Are you willing to do it to the rest of your life? You get paid, or if you don't get paid, that is passion. Doing that gives you a satisfaction. That is the pure making yourself complete. That's what most of the people say.
Perfect.
Got it?
Perfect. Yeah, sir. Perfect. And coming to the word passion, everyone like to do the passion what we are interested in, but we also need to see the financial crisis. So
we also have to
see for the financial status. So we work for the family compromisation.
Good.
We also have a passion. So how can we balance these both?
It is very, very, very easy to balance. I'll tell you. Stop watching TV, stop watching Friends, stop watching IPL, stop for entertainment. You have almost 8 hours in your hand. Extra. All that 8 hours, do whatever you're passionate about, you're done. Right? Your general life, which is your studies, which is your education, which is your work, which is your whatever responsibilities you have. You need 10 hours, maximum 12 hours. You have another set of hours where you watch TV, 3 hours of movie, right? Every movie you see weekly, 3 hours of your life is gone. Substitute that with your passion, you have balanced it. The point is, I want to watch movie, I want to work, and I want to go after my passion. It doesn't work. It's passion or entertainment. You got to choose. You don't see an artist watching TV. You see an artist drawing every single second he gets free time. So that is passion. People don't understand what passion is. Most people go after passion just from the form of desire. Oh, my friend has achieved this. I want to be someone great. So I'm doing this as my passion. I want to start a business. It's my passion. Seriously, business is a passion? If I go detail asking them, I will come to know that money is the passion. Money is not passion. Right? So people misunderstand the word and the concept of passion, which totally gets it wrong. And then for every world or every person have a certain time to understand the thing. As long as they don't understand it, nothing is going to happen at the end. So passion is generally misunderstood by most people. It is more revolving, going against the world and making my own identity is passion. It is not passion. Passion is something you love doing. Full stop, without the world giving you back or without the world accepting you. I will do it because I love doing it. See, for example, I'm giving this positive talks. For me, it doesn't matter if there's 1%, 10%, 100% listening to my talk. If there's one person, I will talk because that one person needs to know something from me. So my focus is that one person. If there's no one, obviously I'm wasting my time. It's best to chat to people who's having some issues. But if there's one person seriously listening, I will talk, right? So for example, I'm working, right? I'm working as a regional sales manager. I'm still coming online every day except Tuesdays and Fridays. I have a baby to manage. In my home, there's no helper. It's me, my wife, and my baby. Right? I have to do my father's role there. I have to do my office work. I have to do all my social media, website, YouTube. All the uploads done by me and my wife jointly. I know people say it's crazy, but just to show that world, it is possible to balance it if you really know how to do it. Other people, you're just finding excuse to do it. Oh, I want this entertainment and I want to go after passion. That is not passion. Passion is you live your life for that. And that is truly passion.
Superb, sir. So one thing I just got to ask a question from what you have told now.
Yeah.
Is there time you're spending for any entertainment for you?
Entertainment is talking with you people. I find entertainment in that. What more is that? Passion is when you do that, you feel entertained. Perfect. That is passion. Perfect. When you do it with frustration, where is the passion?
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So for example, you see artists, they go in closed room, they sit there for 1 week, they draw the art, they get into the flow. They are entertaining. That is what I'm telling people. Don't understand this. Passion itself is entertainment. When you do it from a return point of view, it is no more passion. That is where people get this wrong. What I am trying to say is passion, you get full satisfaction, full entertainment, full enjoyment in doing it. That is how you go to see passion, which very few people look into it.
Yes, sir. Perfect, sir. Perfect. And one thing what I just want to connect is career choosing. Even for a school student or even for a college student, they get under some fame. Example, I can say an example. In my area, I have a state rank achieved school where every parents rush to the school since it's a state rank school, hoping that the children also will get the same rank. So, and children themselves don't understand which are we going to set ourselves in the future in career.
Yeah.
So, what do you say about this, sir? How we can come out of this?
Okay, so how I would actually see this is most of the parents go after this gold medal. Most of the children are also driven to go for this gold medal. Stop going after these medals. Focus on your growth and keep growing it from that point of view. If you are a good student and if the parents have taught the value of education to a student, any school, any college, anything would make a difference for them. But here, no. Parents don't tell children to be a good student. Parents tell, go get the gold medal by hook or by crook, by copying or not by copying. Go and get the gold medal. So what the kids do, that is why do you think there is so much corruption in the world? Main reason is parents tell the children, get the gold medal, get that seat, get that marks. They're all not finding, is it the ethical way they're doing it or is the unethical way they're doing it? So if they win or get the gold medal through an unethical way, they think that, oh, I can carry on doing it the rest of my life. That is why there is a lot of corruption all around the world. So the point here is that if you go after people or if you go after all these things, you're asking your children to do something wrong at the end. Stop making, like many people, kids come and ask me, sir, I want to be a topper. I said, like, seriously, you just want to be a topper or you want to get better at what you're doing? Because if you're focused on topper, it's like, I want a chocolate. A chocolate here hurting my health, improving my health, you don't know. No, I want a chocolate. I say, okay, you be a topper. But then why do you want to be a topper? Because you're comparing yourself with someone and you want to beat someone to be that topper. So why are you going in competition? You have 60 marks, make it 65. Then make it 75, make it 85, make it 90, automatically you'll be topper. Rather than saying, I want to get 90 when you're a 60 mark student, you're never ever going to reach 90 in the first exam. So the point here is that parents have this thing. And the other thing, most of the parents do something to show off in front of the society. My child is studying there. See, my child is doing this. They want to boast in front of the parents. You do that, child is just going to slip with time, and it'll be too late for you to bring back, right? So there's many pressures you build up onto these children. You pay a lot of fees unnecessarily also, just to prove. But if you're a good student, see, for example, I've done all my education in commerce, but I'm doing an engineer's job without paying anything to any of the engineering colleges. So
Yes, sir.
work hard, be a good student, be willing to make that difference. Automatically you will have that impact.
Superb, sir. So one thing what I understand from the words is your passion should not expect anything back, maybe in money or maybe in fame.
Yeah, nothing. You just do it because you love doing it and you enjoy doing it, and that's it. Right?
Superb,
Then
sir.
later, if you can convert it into money, go ahead and do it. But still, if you don't get money also, you are going to do it.
Superb, sir.
Right?
Superb. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. And one thing is, sir, what is the perfect age or what is the perfect stage of understanding what my passion is?
Oh, you don't have a specific age, or you don't have a specific specific state of mind to find out the passion. You have to keep experimenting various things. So what you do is, for example, your interest is motivational speaking, right?
Yes.
So what you have to do is you have to go on stage and start talking. So while talking, you will come to know, oh, stage is not the thing for me. I'm more at a personal conversation kind of a person.
Okay.
Right? So you will sometimes shift. You might start with, like, for example, I tell most of the studious, people in music, you might start as a singer, end up as a music producer, or end up as a lyricist, or end up as a music production guy. You can end up anywhere, which is your real true passion. But you start because you only know about singing. So you get into singing because that is the internal drive which is coming. Once you get the drive, you have to experiment, explore. Then slowly, you will get into something which you're very comfortable in doing, which is very easily going for you. And that is when you find out your true passion. Right?
Superb, sir. Superb. That's really great. So now,
Yeah.
I don't think my passion thing is over. Yes, one thing I should ask, sir. Your society, how can you get the society where the society is not going to bore you?
In speaking or in just in general society?
Generally, when you're following passion, obviously you should love the society. But there
You
are
should love
also cases where we have a hatred in a society, hatred on everyone.
Yeah. See, the point here is when you're moving towards positivity, or when you're moving towards your passion, keep doing it. Why you're bothered about the society? Right? So when I'm spreading positivity, many people make a joke of me. I say, why? Oh, Deek is going and spreading positivity. What is he getting from here? Oh, maybe later he'll get the name and form. I'm not interested there. I have one kid who's looking for my answer. Many people tell me, why you travel all the way to India, paying all the money for the air ticket, traveling, hotel, and giving a session to 400 students. What is in it for you? People chat, the society asks me this question. My uncles and aunties do ask me this question. I say, auntie, you won't understand that. But one thing I will tell you, in that 400 students, there is one student who is trying and planning to think of suicide tomorrow. They hear my speech and they decide not to suicide. What is more valuable? The money which I spent to reach and give the session, or that life, or that family, or that people in my society getting that answer so that the girl prevents or the boy prevents from suiciding. So the point here is you don't try to influence or go into the society and bring those changes. You change. When you change, you will create an impact to certain people around you. When they see the impact within you, that time tell them how they can also change. You will always notice me. I never sell my services. I never tell my sessions. I never talk in. People who come to know about me will only know about me. I will keep it that way only. right? So there is a time for you to influence the society. Sometimes I tell people, how do you find the purpose of life? Sometimes your purpose will be to just to be a good daughter, good mother, and a good grandmother and leave this world. Sometimes your purpose is only that. You don't need to prove the world, the society, and bring that career and be the most successful person and be the most richest person or be the most healthiest person. That is all over purpose. Sometimes our purpose is very, very simple. And the general purpose for everyone in this world is do your role at your best, which means you have a role right now, which could be father, son, sister, brother, whatever role which comes in within the family, you do that best. I can sign and tell you, if when you leave this world, whoever you meet after leaving this world, could be God or whoever sent you, someone has sent you in this world, and you have to meet that person after you leave. He will say, you did a great job, go ahead and do it. But then when you leave this world, what is your justification? Society didn't support me. My father was like this. My friends were like this. This girl cheated me. This boy cheated. God will or universe say, what did you do? When your answer is good, when your answer is positive, that's it. You're on the right track. So your purpose, true purpose of life is growth. The real passion should be to be of use to the society, to be of use to your family. And if you do your each role at the best possible way, you will reach wherever you have to reach after you leave this world.
Superb, sir. So this shows that time plays a very big role.
In what sense?
Achieving in passion or getting a right.
Yes. So what happens is time plays a very important role, but the time is how much time you put into your passion. For example, if you open up a classified, to be a manager, you need an MBA and 15 to 20 years of experience. If you want to be a manager right now, go and open a classified. To be a manager, you need this two important things with 15, 20 years and an MBA. What I did was I worked and studied at the age of 18 onwards. Right? So whole my life, after I finished my schooling, after 12th, I never took one penny from my mom or dad. I all sponsored for my bachelor's, for my MBA, for my MSc in business psychology, from a US, whichever universities I've done, I never took one penny from them. So what happens there is, if you invest or if you speed up the process by reducing your entertainment and finding entertainment in what you're doing, you tend to become a manager at the age of 30. So everyone has that equal 24 hours. It depends on what you want to do with that 24 hours. So if you want to fasten the process, do more mistakes, do more actions, you learn quicker. Don't wait for the opportunities to come. Go get after the opportunity, fail again. And one fine day you will get that victory. People are now scared of trying. The current world don't want to try. Oh, if I fail, what people are going to talk about me? Now, if you have that attitude, I'm telling you, after leaving the world, only God will tell you what you're actually supposed to do and what you did in life, right? So make sure you get that right. It's nothing to do with time. It's how much you can utilize each second of your life. For example, I will say, okay, Inthu, let's pause for 5 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. This 5 seconds is wasted. Both your 5 minutes and my 5 seconds is wasted.
Yes.
So in that 1, 2, 3, you say something in your head, or you pray, or you read something, or you work for your passion. That 5 seconds becomes valuable. Most of the people are finding entertainment in other people's entertainment. The world has gone that much, I still don't understand. Is it better to watch a cricket match or go play a cricket match? Right? That's my biggest question. I said, you're finding other people's entertainment. The other people are making money. The other people are, other thing they're getting your energy also. You go play cricket. That is how you get entertainment, true entertainment. Not watching other people's entertainment. That's what I talk about. You're wasting your time there. Got it?
That's
so it's
right.
not about time. it's how much you put or utilize that every second which you have once you wake up, and that makes all the difference.
Yes, sir. And final question on passion.
Yeah.
When we try to show our passion, when we try to show our talents, it is like showing off to others.
Yeah.
So
So my thought about it. See, some places you have to show off because you have that talent. It is only when you have a diamond with you, you keeping the diamond in the pocket doesn't matter. It's in your pocket, only you know about it. It is only when you take the diamond outside, people will see the value and give you the value for the diamond which you have. So it is not showing off. There is a difference between showing off and showing your worth. Make sure you differentiate that, because many people don't show your worth. Now, the other point is half the people think that they're worthless, because half the time they compare themselves with someone else and they think they're worthless. Every time you compare yourself with someone else, you feel worthless. So what you need to do here is, when you have a diamond, you have to show the diamond in around the sun so that the twinkling starts going in and people know the value of the diamond. Because if you don't do that, it is not useless for you and useless for the diamond and useless to the world also. So it is not showing off. Showing off is you're doing it for a specific return in life, which means I'm showing off this diamond so people respect me for having the diamond. That is showing off. But then if I'm music, with my music, I can make people's life more calmer. That is showing your value.
super.
Did I make a clear answer for that?
Yeah, super.
Okay.
Super.
Yeah.
That's
Inthu
fine,
stuck
that's
now. She got this thing. Oh my God, what is this all about?
yeah, sir. That's right. And yes, sir. So from this passion segment has got over. So now
Yeah.
I'll have a small activity session. So
Yeah.
imagine, sir, you were in your college days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you were in the class, like you were to present yourself to the crowd of around 200 people. Were you the
Yeah.
same on the college days too?
No, I was very not shy. I was not a stage person. I was into a little bit of dancing, but not as a speaker. Right? Dancing means, audio group comes and you can dance on the stage, right? So I was into dancing. My speaking was, see, I really never knew I was going to reach what I'm doing right now. Right? I was very curious to find out more about the world. I was very curious to grow very fast. I was very curious from that. On a longer run, I got a certain experience in life, which I decided that I need to do something for the world. And that's how I stepped into it. Right? So on my stage, I literally know my first stage experience was I was the vice captain of sports, because I was an athlete in my school. And I have to say and go attention, sanities, and kind of thing. I literally ran, did attention, and literally went back. That is my first stage experience in my school. I still remember that. If I close my eyes, I can still feel that fear which I had. But then I made my point to come on stage with various experiences whenever I got, and took those steps to get into it and make those difference. And then slowly, I am doing what I am doing right now. I never expected I was ever going to be a speaker like this. I never expected I was going to be ever a person. It is just that my growth or my focus on making a difference to the world got me to what I'm doing right now. Right?
Perfect, sir. Perfect, sir. It's a good omen. And my next thing is, helping others is a good thing.
Yes.
This one you are to convey to a 10-year-old child, and for the 24-year teenage, and for the 55-year-old woman. So how are you going to convey this according to their age?
Okay, first thing is helping. That's a very beautiful question. Okay, helping someone is a good thing. How do I explain it to a 10-year-old? How do I explain to a youth? And how do I help a 60-year? Okay, so first thing is, to all age groups, help yourself first. That I think a 10th grade also will understand. A youth will also understand. A 60-year-old lady also will understand. That is point number one. The first thing you have to help, even though you have to a duty to help the world, but first you need to help yourself. It's only if you stand on your own legs and walk on your own legs, you can tell the world how to stand on your own legs and walk on their own legs, right?
Yeah, sir.
So that
One
is
minute. 1 minute.
yeah,
This is like you have a child, you have a 10-year-old child in front of you.
yeah,
You are speaking to her.
yeah.
Helping is a very good thing. You're speaking to her. How are you going to speak? And say for the 24-year, I am in front of you. How are you going
Okay,
to say to me? And your
okay,
mom is in front of you. How are you going to convey personally?
okay.
How
Like
are you
that.
going to
Okay,
say?
so a 10-year child comes to me. Let me think. It's obviously my first thing. What I always do is I go to their level physically.
Okay.
Right. So if I have a 10-year-old child, I won't be standing and talking to them looking down. I will go on my knees and I will take that level. Right.
Okay.
You'll always see me when I'm talking to at an age person who's shorter than me, I will go to their level. If they're taller than me, it's a different thing. I have to look up. But in general, most of my height is around 6. So most of the people are lower to me. So obviously I would go down. That's the first thing I would do, is to sit down and come to their level of their height. That is point number one. Second thing, what I would do is about helping someone. See, your mother has actually helped you a lot when you were a child. Because as long as I don't have the child asking me, my mind won't work, but I'm just assuming it, right? Because what happens is that different child also, I talk differently. Many people
Okay.
ask me that if a person asks me a question, there is a reason why that person is asking me that question. So I will give a specific reply to that person to their level so they can understand it. That is point number
Perfect.
one, right? So I always say people ask me the same question, but I'll have different answer for different people for the same question which they've asked. So generally, I would give them their help which they have taken from their parents, from their teachers, from their friends, and show the value as to what they have actually become because the mother has helped her. So, beta, don't you think that you also have to help someone? Because not help someone first, help your mother back, help your father back, because somewhere around they are giving this help. That's why you're standing. Somewhere around the teachers have helped you. That is why, you are getting this help. So what you need to understand is that you are not alone here. You are standing right now in front of you because somewhere around your parents have helped you, your father has helped you, your brother sister has supported you. So don't you think that you got to support and help them back? That's what I would
Oh,
say to a 10-year-old child, and I think the 10-year-old child will understand.
perfect.
For 10-year child, you got to use stories, you have to use visual impacts, visual, like when I talk to 5th grade students, I literally have to create a dog to make them understand about a story.
Yes,
Right? So
yes.
you can see a dog, look at this dog, how this dog looks, see it's saying hello to you, see it's waving to you, see the tail moving. So they will all visualize. The dog will be there around me walking, and they say, "Oh, the dog bit me," and the kid will just laugh, right? So when you go for a 5th grade students, which is around 10 years, you need to bring a lot of stories and make them understand the thing. About the youth, it's again different because again youth has a different age level and maturity level. Based on each maturity is a different discussion. Then again the point would be is, whatever, again, see, the thing of helping is somewhere around you have taken someone's help somewhere, right? So the first thing is, guys, show gratitude to them first, because for the youth you need to show them how to be thankful first. For children, it's not thankful. He helped me, I'd help back. It is over there. But for the youth, it is more revolved showing them the gratitude first, because you can only help back when your gratitude with people who have actually helped you. So are you thankful to your mother for you sitting on that seat right now? Are you thankful to your father for giving you this money to be in this college right now? Are you thankful to all your teachers because they have given you this marks? That's why you're sitting in a degree student right now. So once they understand the value of gratitude, they will automatically understand that this gratitude needs to be carried on, and they will automatically be another form of gratitude to other people.
Perfect, sir.
You have to clear. Old age people, old age people, I struggle because I'll tell you why. I've talked to a group of ladies, which is like mothers and grandmothers. It was like a religious gathering. So I had a session for them. They told to come and talk. I talked about mother, grandmothers, how children are, how the generation, what their issues are, and all that thing. So in that conversation, how I would say, because the problem with matured 60-year-old ladies is their mind is fixed, right? To off-hook their mind, it takes a lot of time to off-hook their mind. And the other thing is, I'm a youngster. And when I talk from a youngster's point of view, they think, this guy is a child, what is going to teach us? So before we talk anything about helping others or working on the others, I need to get into their hearts and talk very sensitive things which is actually trigger their emotions. Like sensitive things means, I think you might have actually helped your children a lot. And I think you might have overhelped some way. And I think that you're not getting the help back right now. Don't you think that, and when you trigger that, and if they hook that trigger with you, then you say, ma'am, then don't you think that if you help, don't forget your children, they're gone. Why don't you go and help other children who needs that mother's love? Why don't you see the other thing who don't have a grandparent? Go to orphanage, have that experience, be that grandmother for that child. There you go. Grandmothers will also start taking that step automatically.
It's an awesome try. Thank you so much for getting this try, sir. It's really perfect. You just managed everything well. It was very useful too. And now we are moving to the third segment, which is personalization and profession.
Okay.
So I start from personalization, then profession. So who is called a best humanity person?
The best human person is person who's completely growing and who's growing from yesterday to today in the 5 aspects of life, which I say is relationship, education, health, finance, and love. A pure human, the best human they can be is if they grow in these 5 aspects on a daily basis. Daily basis means literally daily basis. Relationship, is he being a better father? Is he being a better mother? Is he being a better student? Or brother or sister or son or children? So growing the relationship. Is he growing in terms of education? Many people after getting the first job, they stop studying. Forget your growth, forget your life. So you need to keep studying. The other thing is health. Are you improving your health? Are you fit enough to do better to the world, better for yourself? 4th thing is money. Once you have these 3, relationship, education, health, automatically money will come. That people don't know the secret, right? But then the money will start coming in. Am I utilizing the money in the right sense? Am I sharing it in the right way? Am I giving it for charity? Am I using it properly? Am I investing it properly so money multiplies? The last, what was it? Relationship, education, health, finance, which is finance, and love, which is loving yourself, loving your family, loving your spouse, loving the God who you believe in, and work it from that way. A pure human or a positive human is who have these balance in life. There are many rich multi-billionaires who have a lot of money but no family, right? There are people who have great body and great health, all fake stuff, don't have enough bank balance in their account, right? There are many people who have tons of money but no health to enjoy, and their kids are fighting for their property. So you can say that this guy is the richest guy and the most successful person, but the point is he happy? Is he complete? Is he having there are many rich people who have 3, 4 wives. Now that is really a pure human. No, if you compare only finance, you might say that he's a perfect human being. But then what is more about it? So perfect human being is more revolved around the balance which they bring in life. They have kept positive. Like if you go and talk to a very rich person, go and talk to a child, how is your father? If he gives a positive feedback, he is a good father. That is how you have to understand it, because many people don't do it, right? Because I have talked to so many kids whose mother is a doctor, father is a surgeon, and the kid is completely frustrated in life. Status wise, society wise, they have a big name, but in the eye of a child, if the father has no name, he is not a great human being. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? So great human being is when you have a sorry.
It is so stunning to hear the words.
See, what I tell is just the truth and very practical. See, till now, whatever I told, nothing is complicated. That's what I'm telling everyone. Life is very, very, very simple. I don't know why people make it complicated unnecessarily, right? That's the joke I always tell. The life is very simple. The answers to life is very simple. People go after complicated solutions or complicated things, which makes their life complicated. And they go after complicated solution when the answer to life is simple. So when the answers to life is simple, you put complicated solution, how can you solve it? And many people want the shortcuts also. Magical pill. How to remain healthy? Guys, give me a perfect diet due to which my body is fit. They try out various dumb diets to help. Yeah, eat right, your problem is solved. If you want to go thin, eat well, eat perfectly, exercise well, you will be thin. No. I have less time. I want to finish it off. Give me the tablets, give me the other stuff so I can do that. Right? That's the other joke I say. Everyone knows what is healthy, right? But no one wants to do anything what is healthy. Everyone wants to have a burger or a pizza and have vitamin tablets where you're making everyone rich. Because if you eat a lot of burger, obviously your health will go. You have to go to a doctor. Doctor becomes rich. Medical field becomes rich. You eat a burger every time, making your health bad. The McDonald's, not McDonald's. I don't want to name any name. The fast food company becomes rich. After you eat a very oily food, you have a very oily feeling. Obviously, you have dessert. You're going to have dessert. Diabetics increase. Then again, the medical field becomes rich. So it's a big circle which is going on willful ignorance. And that is what actually makes it dangerous for people than anything else, right? So balance is this 5 aspect. Know the truth. Person who's after the truth is living a positive and a perfect life.
Perfect, sir.
People
Perfect.
who go into the marketing or the fake stuff and to show off or to justify or all those things, they're not perfect. They might look perfect in the eyes of people who are unperfect. So as I said, there is one unperfect person who has achieved greatness. All the unperfect person will look him as great.
Yes, sir. I can take many examples, but I can't say.
So
When you say
that
I can take a number of pictures coming in, even in India, but I can't say anything. So, next thing
yeah,
is,
go ahead.
like we always compare ourselves with money, obviously. Say, in case of I'm deserving a lot of money for my thing, like for my work or for my talent or for my stuff, something, but I get a less amount of money. How should I compromise myself?
It's not compromise. The point here is that if you're getting less money, you're only worth for that. That's why you're getting the less money. People always overrate themselves. People always overthink about themselves and they assume that the world has to give me this much. That is stupidity. You increase your worth, people will pay you. If you can solve a very big problem and the problem is very, very important to this world, they will pay you. But make sure you're worth in solving that problem. If you're worth for it, they will pay you. It's as simple as that. But the problem is that you tend to compare someone else. Oh, he studied the same. She studied the same. I also studied the same. Then why am I like that? His father is different. Your father is different. That is the first biggest difference you have. Right? So make sure you know who you are and keep focusing on your growth. So automatically it makes the difference. Got it?
Perfect, sir. Yes, sir. Perfect. And what is called a professionalism?
Professionalism is just a business word, mainly following the etiquette of the business lifestyle or the organizational in which you are. You are a professional person, which means you're on time. You do your projects on time. You respond to emails on time. You take care of your team members and have a very good working relationship, have a very fair working relationship. You don't have partialism, or you don't, support doing the wrong things. So you say that you're a professional person. It's as simple as that. It's a dictionary meaning, right? So on professionalism is more about that, presenting yourself in the most professional way, in the expectation of that world which you're in. You are a professional person.
Superb, sir. Whom you call a real ambitious person?
Who you call a real ambitious person? A person who's really focused on his growth, and full stop it there. My growth will make a difference to this world is a truly an ambitious person. That's it.
Okay.
There is no further meaning to ambition. What is everyone's ambition should be self-growth. The day you focus on self-growth, you will be automatically reached to a level. When you reach to your level, automatically that will be useful to the world shortly.
Perfect, sir. So can you just get me some routines of an ambitious person?
Routines of an ambitious, let's me make it very simple. Many people say that you need disciplines to achieve life. You need to have a proper timetable to achieve life. I'm not kind of a person who supports that. I'm a person who believes that get up early in the morning or whichever time you wake up, keep doing the most important thing first and keep doing it until you go to sleep. Full stop. You'll be automatically the best performing person. You'll be automatically the best project completing person. You'll be automatically the best student in the world. Every second,
Superb, sir.
there is something which you have to be in. For example, I had this show today, but today morning I woke up, I had to post on Instagram. I hadn't posted a new video on YouTube, but my son woke up and said that he wants a bag. Like, he rarely asks anything, but if he asks something, he genuinely has seen something and genuinely wants it, right? Because half the time you can talk to him and make him know, but he was like, no, I need a bag. Everyone is having this bag. And he's 3-year-old, right? So I was okay. So he suddenly came with a request in the afternoon at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. And I literally told my wife, let's get ready. Let's give him an exploration of bags and what bags are available. Let him do that. And I literally had to run here, quickly come here on time for him. He goes out, 2 hours are gone. So I reached home around 2 or 2:30 and then getting all stuff ready. I started posting that, the show is being done onto my WhatsApp group and then made it up there. I could have said my child that, no, I have this meeting today. I have this session today. I'm not going to go out. So every second, there is something which is most important. Keep doing that and not on a stuck schedule. If you do that, I'm telling you, you are disciplined in that own way. What I tell is, be a disciplined person to do the most important thing first. You will reach to that aim where you have to reach.
Perfect, sir. Prioritizing, that's all.
Prioritizing, that's all. That's the rule of life. You should know what to filter of what's important and what is not important, but keep doing that. But make sure in the middle, there will be unnecessary things coming in. Make sure you know how to filter it out. Because if you don't filter it out, for example, my son keeps crying, I want to go outside. I said no, on the way back, he was literally saying, no, I want to go and see a truck. No, I want to see a truck. I told him, see, you wanted a bag. I showed you the bag experience. I have a meeting next time. So please kindly understand. He comes back, little bit nagginess, and then he was in his own world, enjoying and playing. Literally, I live in a flat. So I got some sand. My wife always, gives me a hard time. Why you brought sand in the flat where it messes up completely? But he just plays on that sand on his own world, right? So So it's those things which you start doing, which makes a difference, and you will see that difference, and he will understand that, okay, dad has this show and he still do it for me. So next time when I have something more important, I have something to tell him. See, last time I did this for you, this time do this for me.
Perfect.
So you can
sir,
have the
perfect.
chance to go backwards, right?
That is that is like very balancing, and it is very compromising to both sides too.
Yeah,
Your
it's
family
not.
life.
See, the word compromise is a negative word. The positive word is being flexible,
Okay.
right? Because when you word compromise, someone uses the word compromise, you have taken a negative energy with that. Someone uses the word sacrifice, you have used a negative word. The word sacrifice and compromise is a negative word. Every word has a negative energy and a positive energy. So when you use compromise, it is me who has compromised for you, for your happiness, I have compromised.
Okay.
When you say sacrifice, I have sacrificed my own time or my own life for you. Flexible, I have become so smart that I know how to utilize my time for you, and I will only utilize in that way so that I don't get compromised or I don't get sacrificed in the process of satisfying your unnecessary satisfaction. That's flexibility. You see the different energies which I've given for three things?
Yeah, sir. I saw. I noticed. The
Yeah.
word itself says the positivity. I got it. So I got it.
There are so many
Uh,
words which have a positive energy and a negative energy. But then it depends on how you relate to the word also,
okay.
right? Some people compromise or sacrifice when they say that it's a negative vibe which comes. But on the other hand, if you go and tell to an army officer, I've sacrificed my life for the country, that's a different energy, as a positive energy.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
even
yeah. You're right.
sacrifice can have a differentiation also in terms of how you relate to the word, because relating to the word is very important. For
Correct, sir.
example, if
Correct.
you don't know Chinese, if it is good word or bad word, you will know it as a word only. It doesn't make any big difference. How you relate to the word.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. So every one of us have the inner God.
Mhm.
How to find the inner God and how to realize it?
Okay, now this is a little bit of a spiritual side of questions. Now, how do I explain that? Because I need to find out Hindu's God level to actually reply to it. Because so let me give you a simple example, right? I normally don't talk about gods. I normally don't talk about religion. I keep myself out of it. But people who exclusively ask me about that topic, as said, like for example, Christians are all coming together, asking me about doubts about Jesus. Yes, I can talk about it, right? So because it's general public, I'm going to keep God as general, and I will tell it. To make it
Yeah.
very simple, God sits in your heart. The mind is completely controlled by you. It is when your mind sinks to your heart and do what your heart wants, that is when you really understand what God wants you to do. Sadness, anger, frustration, depression, feeling bad, sad, happiness, everything sits in your mind. Heart only knows to beat and only knows to love, and that is all heart knows. Everything else is sitting in the mind. So
Perfect.
love equates to God and God equates to love. It sits in your heart. This is just into your level. Huh? No, if different people ask me in different level of God, my discussion will be a different level of God. You ask
Yeah,
me a
yeah, yeah, sure.
question. This is the
Generally.
answer. Yeah, so you have asked me a question from your point. I'm replying based to your answer. If someone else have another question with regards to God, if it's a Muslim, my answer would be different. If it's a Christian, my answer would be different. If a general God person, my answer is different, right? So,
Perfect, sir. Perfect. So I would wind up within, I think, 1.5 hours will be my time because I don't want to take a lot of time. I have left more 8 minutes.
I
I
have
just want
no
to,
issues. As long as you have your questions, I will do it. I have no issues with time. My point is meet me once, clear all your doubts, and forget me. That's what I tell people, right? Yeah, go ahead.
okay. Okay,
If you
sir.
want to
Okay.
stop, I'll stop. That's what I tell people.
Okay, sir. So now I have started my career as a motivational speaker,
Mm-hmm.
and it's my passion speaking. I know this. I'm good in communication from long back. From my schoolings, from my colleges, I am good at languages. I'm good at communication. So I have
Mm-hmm.
put up myself in motivational speaking right now to represent myself.
Okay.
But I do want to settle in my life as a
Mm-hmm.
person earning money. So
Okay.
I have fixed that RJ or VJ may be some apt profession for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is a dilemma that whether it's going to work out or it's a competitive world, all these
No.
dilemmas. So
See the point. How old are you now?
24,
You are 24. What is your basic education?
BE, computer science and
B
engineering.
in computer science and engineering. So, okay. So you have done that. So you're not doing any job right now.
No, sir, no.
Not applying also for a job.
Not interested in job areas.
Okay. So see the point. See, there's two things here. You have done your BE somewhere around. My suggestion would be, if you can get a job, go get a job. Right? I will tell you why. It gives you an additional strength of to get after your passion. Like you like motivational speaking. Many people asking me questions. I will come back to you later. I think Indhu's almost finishing her show, and then I come back, right? So let me make it very simple. To go after your passion, which is motivational speaking, you need money first. Which means what I tell people is, if you really want to get into motivation speaking, be ready to do all. This is told by a great motivation speaker long time ago when I was researching about these people. You need to give 300 speeches free. Then only you're worth for charging. Right? This is told by a great I don't know who I think it's Brian Tracy. I think it's Brian Tracy. So you need to do 300 shows free, then only you're worth for charging. So to do this 300 speakings free, you need to have a certain level of expenses to get it done through. For that, you need money. For that, get a job. So once you get a job, you get the money coming in. For that, you'll need a website. For that, you got to pay. For that, you will need a phone. You might have a lot of conversation. You need money for that. So what happens is once you have a job, you have a monthly salary coming in, you can save a little bit. And after remaining 50% or 20%, you can invest in your motivational speaking business. You might have to make a business card. You might have to make a pamphlet. You might have to make a request kind of a thing in your website. So you might have to pay for the apps. So what you have to do is that if you don't have a job, you have all your eggs in making a hit in this motivational speaking or not. If you don't make a hit, then you're left with zero. Right? It is sometimes you have to do things which you're not interested to get the money, so that money can be used in things of your interest.
Perfect, sir. Perfect.
So what you need to do is that instead of sitting, and right now on the COVID situation of what is happening is, any job, I'm not saying you have to go do an engineer's job only. Get money coming in so you can invest that money onto your passion. You have to promote yourself. Maybe on social media, you might have to use some money and put ads onto the social media so more people know about it. And when more people know about you, the more people will call you. But where you have money to invest, no. Then you're going like a typical normal person, posting. One fine day, people will know me. And then you might have to join some courses of on social media, of how to use social media, how the right tagging and all those things. Because if you don't do that, you're slowing up the process. So to fasten the process, you need money. And it's your wish how you want to make the money, right? Because if you don't have the money, every passion will be a stopping stone, because that money will stop you from going forward.
Perfect.
For example, first question, motivational speaker, I'll ask Inthu, do you have a website? You will say no. your website? There you go. Because if I search Inthu Nataraj, I want your website to show up first as to what you're going to do. And for having a website, you have to pay something. You have money for that. No. You have job for that. No. Then how can you get that website? Right? I know I'm saying a little bit of what you don't like, but this is the truth you need to get through. See, I still do my passion.
No, sir, I'm not.
Right? So I still do my passion, which is, I'm still working also. Right? I've been working since the age of 18, and right now I'm around my 30s. So I've been working for the last 18 years. But once you have money, you're much more powerful in this world. To execute your plan, and you don't have to beg people. Because when you beg people, you get demotivated. When you ask, not beg people means ask mom or dad. I call it as beg. Different people see beg as a different form. Beg is asking money, is begging only. Taking loan is also begging only, right? So that's the thing. And maybe sometimes you won't have your work. You will take loan to invest, and sometimes your motivation business won't go right. Then you're again obliged to pay the loan with a high interest. It again works against you. But you have a job. You save that money for the next 1 year, and bang, you go. You can invest so much money into your business that you will end up being a motivation. Maybe you have to write a book. Maybe you have to publish your own book, because most of the people won't take your book. So you have to self-publish. So self-publish, you got to pay. Or you got to print your books. For that, you need money. So every session you go, you give a free book of whoever asked a good question. And they have your book. You have your contact details. They have a number to call you. Right? Maybe you have to make a team to get the things. So with your salary, 50% of my salary, I give it to this team of people so that they can grow my business.
Super, sir. Super. You're right. That's actually, I can get your points. I can visualize your points. So perfect, sir. I'm satisfied with your words.
So you have your BE. Make sure how I can convert that BE for the next 3 or 4 years in terms of a profession, and get that money of 3 years, free time for the next 3 years, do your free sessions or whichever way you want. After you do a certain free sessions, you get references in your profile, which means I've done for this college, I've done for this college, I've done for this college. So when you have references, try to collect your further references, written references from the principal, so you can attach that references with your further speaking opportunities which comes.
Okay, sir.
So the more references you make, the more experience you make, and more that experience supports you to do more.
Fine, sir. So since you told learning is a very important thing in our life, so since I found out speaking is my talent, how can I learn, how can I upgrade myself in this area I'm asking about, this communication stuff?
First of all, since you're a woman, go and find a woman speaker who's doing good. Right? Don't go to the normal people, go to the best. Okay? Then see how far and how much and what she's doing, which is making her give that connection or give that attachment, or what she's done in life. Study her life for the next 6 months. Stop her, forget her, and grow Inthu from what you have learned from her.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Maybe she might have published a book. Maybe she might have talked on this stage, or maybe she talked on TED, or TEDx, or whatever it is. She might have done something to make her what she is. So study one person, study very well, and then forget that person and let that Inthu grow within you. Don't be a fan follower. I'm talking 6 months, unfollow the person. I don't follow I don't follow anyone. I just follow my wife and a couple of my own personal pages. Or else I don't follow anyone else.
Perfect, sir. Perfect. So, okay. And can you say the scope of motivational speaking in the future?
There is enough scope and more. There are many dumb people around who will get sold with motivational speaking. I'm telling you now only, right? No, I'm just joking. I'm a person who doesn't like the concept of motivational speaking because it's like vitamin tablets. You know it's not good for you. My point is it's best to go and get the sun and get vitamin D rather than taking vitamin D tablets in exchange of getting the sun. But the point is people can't get dark also because the sun is going to tan you. So they think it's best to have tablet. So the problem for me with motivation speaking is that it's moved into a business. It's not really answering people's problem. My simple question to the world when people talk about motivation speaking is one thing. There are so many motivation speakers in this world and so many new people getting into motivation speaking. Why is the world still struggling? Right? I don't know. Why is the world still struggling? So that is one question. Why is still people, if there are so many motivation speakers, why are still people going after motivation? The true duty or the positive actions or the positive role of a motivational speaker is to teach how to self-motivate, which none of the people do. So you're just doing a business. It's like selling McDonald's. It's bad for health. You have the great pitch to sell it. I should not be using McDonald's name. It's like fast food. It's bad for health. You keep telling it's good for you. It's family time, and you still make the people buy you from that. And the person also knows it's not going to change them. It's bad for their health. They also say it's basically marketing and basically spoiling the world. Right?
Oh.
So that's why I tell people that motivation speaking should be in such a way that if you come in contact with a person, they understand every doubt about their life from birth till death so that they don't come back to you again. Motivational speaking is just teaching people, it's not teaching people, it's just giving them a pump. Like what I say, it's just giving them the fish. It is not making them teach of how the people have to fish on their own, right? That is the biggest problem. And then no one wants to learn the fishing thing. So as long as there is a set of people who's always wanting this shortcut, they will go after motivation. It's a big business on its own, right? So yeah, there is always a future in motivation speaking, but my objective of whoever motivation speaker, I had a session with you before, yesterday or 2 days ago, of how a true motivation speaker should be. That is the true way how motivation speaking has to go. The other thing is you have healthy food and unhealthy food. If you market it well, unhealthy food is also good, right? So don't get into that side of things. Make sure you get into the essence of motivation, which is teaching people how to be self-motivated. And if that is done, they won't come to you for any more motivation because they know how to self-motivate.
Perfect, sir. So anything in one punch.
Anything in one punch?
Punch in the sense, anything in the same one, in the one meat or one thing, you will analyze or you will make them analyze their life. You'll know how to self-motivate them. So everything is done. No more fan following, no more again stalking, nothing.
I don't believe that at all, because fan follower thing is entertainment. Motivational speakers should never get into the entertainment side of things. I tell everyone on the first, guys, you're talking to me, clear all your doubts from birth and death and never ever call me back. Inthu, after this conversation, I'm dead sure you'll never come with a doubt with me. Because I've told you everything what you need to know. I've told you everything to be that motivation speaker. I've told you everything, whichever doubts you have, it's all clear. If you come back 10 years and you're going to talk to me, same thing I'm going to tell you. My answers don't change, because at the end of the day, the world has only 3 or 4 problems. Every person has 3 or 4 problems. You give them the solution to that. Why do they need you again? Right? Other thing is entertainment. You have this motivation. They release the book, you go and read. You release the second book, you go and read. Yeah, you only need one book to change your life, provided you take actions which is told in the book.
Perfect, sir.
No, I want to learn more. I want to know more about the speaker. What's the point? That is entertainment. I enjoy reading his book. I enjoy listening to his words. I get entertained in listening his shows. That is entertainment. I don't want to people to move to the entertainment side of the thing. You listen to me, understand what I'm trying to say, then figure out your life, figure out your family on your own. So you won't need any other motivational speaker or any other book in future.
Superb, sir. It's well said. I'm really
I go.
happy for getting this.
I counter motivational speaking concept because some people are not doing it in the right sense. Because
I agree
initially,
with
I still feel bad. There are motivational speaker when I go on to just long time ago when I was just in this scope of understanding people and this concept. So I went to the Facebook page and a girl seriously wrote a very serious problem, right, on her Facebook page. And the reply to the speaker is, why don't you join our course? It is 10,000 rupees. Join a course and I'll be there to solve your problem. I was like, what will that girl go through in her head when she's seriously asking this problem? And that's when I decided I will just do the opposite of what these people are doing. I don't mind. They are there. The world needs a certain level of motivation. I'm not against it. But there are some people who can't afford these things. There are some people who can't be that support system for these people. So I said, why not I be that, or I do my role in the best possible way to make these people understand it.
Even me myself have faced in many places, sir. If I go ask for a doubt, they used to say me, I have a course, please join Inthu, you'll be cleared very well. I know, it's not going to work out. Yeah. I'm not going to follow the person.
So what can happen
the
is
one
that
thing which I was really inspired.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir, you can continue.
One thing.
I have a network issue.
No, go ahead. I was going to say something, I forgot.
Yes, okay. One thing I was really admiring is everything is for free. And the word free itself meant how worthful you were. You no need to say that I am worthful. The word free and the word positivity really inspired me. And that is what I have given in the description. Because that was very true, and your posts, your videos were so true. And the word free was really inspiring, where girls like me or aspirants like me want to know, want to learn. Not showing 5,000 rupees for a half an hour or 10,000 rupees for half an hour. That is not going to teach us. It's going to irritate us. You know that I itself don't have money for spending for myself. Then why I should go spend for him? And he's not going to say how you're going to say right now. He's going to say, yes, go, bye.
Yeah, the thing is, for me, at the end of the day, those people are also needed in this world because they also give a certain level of temporary boost. For example, for an unhealthy person, you need vitamin tablets first to get their body back on thing. But why are they being over dependent on these vitamin tablets is my issue. So it's not that they're doing it wrong. It's the world needs it. Now, for example, fast food, good or bad for health? Everyone knows it's bad for health. But still people have it. So as long as the demand is there, the supply will be there. So let the world run whichever way it is. I always tell everyone very simple thing. Negativity and positivity is going to be equal in the world forever. That is never ever going to change. When positivity raises, negativity also will raise. When positivity reduces, negativity also will reduce. That is how the world is balanced. It obviously takes it from that point of view. For example, what I am trying to tell here is only if there is a robber, there will be a police. If everyone is a police, then the world won't run. If everyone is a robber, it will self-destroy its own. So negativity and positivity is always going to coexist in this world. But you can decide on whose side you want to be, either positive or the negative side. So there are fast food companies which is doing well. There are healthy foods which is also doing well. It is your wish whose side you want to be. So the question lies in you. And if each person decides that I'm going to take the positive steps, that negativity will stay away from them. Doesn't mean that it will cease to exist. That negativity will only stay away from them. Right? So your point is to make yourself positive, make your family positive, so the negativity doesn't even come close to you, because you give so much of energy to this world that it impacts you on a different world.
Superb, sir.
Got it?
I really got it. And the one thing is, I'm really satisfied for spending my 2 hours in such a valuable way, sir. I am really happy. I can't express this in words. But
all thanks to the God of which God you talked about before. Right? So that's what I would say. My job is just to give these answers in the best possible way, and my job is done. I'm just a mere instrument to give you these answers, and my job is done. Right? So there's one question one person keep asking me. Let's take that. How to concentrate on studies, especially during this COVID situation? Now, first thing Rishi, I picked your question. As soon as possible, ask you. Okay, let me answer that quickly, and then we will wind up the show. Anything else Inthu to talk about? No, right? So, okay. How to concentrate on studies, especially during COVID situation? First of all, COVID situation is the best thing and the best time to study. Right? You don't need to walk and go all the way till your college, half an hour, 1 hour, you save that. You don't have your friends to disturb you. You don't have the breaks to get away with you. So you have complete time, quality time, which you can utilize well for your studies. That's point number one. Concentration only comes on things what is most important for you. So somewhere around studies is not that important. So that is why you have something else which is most important, due to which your mind is shifting. If someone tells me I don't have concentration, that is untrue. That is just a myth they have been sold on to. Your concentration is always on what is most important. In simple terms, in another 1 hour, IPL starts. I'm telling you, you're seeing this show. If I start extending the time further on, your mind will slowly move to IPL. Because for you, IPL is more important than this show. So automatically your mind will shift. And when you're, for example, you have IPL, tomorrow exam, automatically you won't have mind for IPL, because exams is most important, because you have to pass. So you will start studying. So the beauty of concentration is you focus on and you concentrate on of what is most important for you. So make sure you find the importance of studies and the value of studies, so that the concentration automatically comes. So it is what value you give to it which brings that concentration. I hope I have answered the question. There's a lot of questions on Instagram. Okay, so let me take a couple of questions. Inthu, you have time or you have to go?
No issues, sir.
Okay, so next question is Mohan Reddy. I have a question today. Do maturities come with experience, or is there anything else to be mature? My point is, please don't get matured, right? Live like a child, play like a child, enjoy like a child. Only be matured in situations which needs maturity, or else never be matured. Please, guys, don't live a matured life. You are asking for trouble. You are born as a baby, live like a baby, and die as a baby. If you really look at it, if you really look at it, everyone is born as a baby. They become an adult. When they die, they also slowly become a baby. So maturity is understanding the truth and reacting, or not reacting, and taking your actions based on the truth. That is a matured person. It's a simple meaning for maturity, is all revolving around that. I hope, Mohan, I've answered the question. Next question is from Mahalakshmi. She's one of the core people behind what we are doing. You know, there's some people who really help me promote or help me. All the podcast which you're listening is all edited by Mahalakshmi, right? And thank you, Mahalakshmi, for that, because there's some people I'm always thankful to, and one person is Mahalakshmi in spreading my mission, right? So, sir, I have decided I should do. So if her question is there, I forget everything. She gets 100% focus, right? So I have decided I should do my daily duties. I shouldn't say sorry for not doing my duty. I used to say everything to my mom, which I want to do. Likewise, I said this also to my mom. She said that this is not possible. Is that so? You said to say nothing to be sorry. You said to say nothing to be sorry. Is this an internal meaning? No, for me, how I see is when I say nothing to be sorry, I mean to say is you don't need to be sorry to me. It is just that the situation have brought you into that level which is beyond your control. I understand that sometimes world or this one will give you some things under control so that you don't be nothing to be sorry to me. That's what I meant to say, and not nothing to be sorry or never ever be sorry. If you made a mistake, make sure you say sorry. Your response should be nothing to be sorry. That's how you should be. I'm just showing you when someone tells you sorry, how you'd react to it by saying, it's okay, I'm fine with it as long as you're telling the truth. I accept your sorry in the best possible way, right? So I hope I've answered. Let me read a question once again. Sir, I've decided I should do my daily duties and I shouldn't say sorry for doing. Yeah, you should never say sorry for doing your duty. I used to say everything to my mom. Likewise, I said that also to my mom and she said it's not possible. Is that so? I think it's your mom's point of view. It is possible also, right? So you don't need to be sorry at all. But then what happens is when you're doing your duty, you should not be hurting someone else, or you should not be superseding someone else, or you should not be, doing something against their will. If that is the case, correct it or say sorry and don't repeat it, right? So little knowledge. Why you have little knowledge? Ask your questions. Do you believe in astrology, Rashis? Guys, you know what I will do? All these random questions I will ask tomorrow. Tomorrow, is the Ask Deek show. And I will answer to all your questions really quickly. Anything more interesting which relates to it? Mystic Prachi is asking, emotionally strong. Go and have a look at my YouTube video on emotional strength, right? So that's it, guys. Inthu, any last few words you want to say, or let's just close the show, or you have any more questions to ask me? I'll keep going.
No, sir. No, I am done with me. I am done with my questions, and I'm very happy participating in this show. And I'm really more than happy. I'm satisfied.
Okay, all thanks
to God. True word is I'm satisfied.
And as the ending goes, I'm a person who never takes feedbacks, who never takes thank you, who never takes sorry also. Sir? Yes, you're audible. Am I gone? There you go. The gods have spoken. The show has to be stopped. Oh, you're there? Inthu, you're there? I think
sir.
It's gone.
Yeah,
you
sir,
can hear me?
Sir.
Okay. So now I thought, God has decided to stop the show, so intervened into the show. So all good then. It was a pleasure for Inthu for being a part of the show. I hope you have learned a lot at the end. And if anyone else want to do a similar show with me like this, message me on Instagram or WhatsApp me, or be a part of my WhatsApp group to get all the updates of my upcoming shows and whichever way you want, right? So that's it. So tomorrow's what? Tomorrow's a Monday. So it's the Ask Deek show at 5:30, where focus completely on Instagram, on my YouTube. Oh, Mahalakshmi gives a thumbs up, so she got the answer, right? So ask any questions from birth to death, and I'll be there to answer in my best possible way. And yeah, that's it. So it was a great show. It was one of the longer show. And you know something, Inthu, you're the first girl doing an English show with me. You know that? So actually yesterday, no, my first Hindi show was done with a boy, and the second one was the girl. The first English show with a girl, I'm doing it with you. I'll
bring an Hindi and Malayalam show soon with you, sir.
Okay, great. Let's just go it. If you Malayalam, I really want to get into it. So many people are asking me to get into it. Yeah, so if you have any options, if you want to add more people, if you want to add your friends with this, that also can be done. Maximum 9 people I can bring into the show. So yeah, so whichever way it is you want to do it, you can do it. That's it, guys. Instagram, Mystic Prachi, I saw your question. There is one emotional video on my YouTube. Have a look at it. In simple terms, the day you stop expecting from people, the day you have complete control over your emotions. Full stop. I do all my sessions free of charge. I do everything. It doesn't matter what you people tell me or what you don't tell. I am going to do and spread positivity regardless of what people tell about me, because I know one person is getting benefited. So, can you control my emotions? No. Can you control my feelings? No. I'm doing it because I love doing it, full stop. The day you do things because you love doing it and full stop and don't expect anything in return, you're in complete control of your emotions. I can guarantee on that, right? So that's it, guys. I would end with that. Mystic Prachi, I hope you got the answer. Tomorrow I'm going to go to the Ask Deek, on the Ask Deek show at Monday at 5:30. Inthu, you can stay on. I'll just disconnect from everything and then we can have a personal call, right? So thank you, Instagram. Sir. I'll be saving this. Did I have the IGTV? Let me see. I'll save it for sure. So let me, Facebook, YouTube, I'm signing out. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow at 5:30 on the Ask Deek show.